Today I'm joined by Dave Levinson, President and CEO of LIMRA and LOMA, to share some exclusive and exciting news with us. Welcome, Dave. It's always good to talk to you.
Thanks, John. Good to be here today.
And I'm just going to get right to it and turn it over to you, Dave. I know LIMRA has some real exciting news today, so why don't you just tell us all about it?
Yeah, so earlier this morning, we executed a letter of intent with the Alliance for Lifetime Income. And effective, we expect at the end of August, ALI will become part of the LIMRA and LOMA organization. So we think this has a lot of value for the industry. I think it's a great ad for our association, and the whole team at LIMRA and LOMA are very, very excited about it.
I'd like to get just a little bit more detail, Dave. So, when did this merger idea get started? How long were you discussing it? I mean, how will ALI work? I mean, will it continue to be based in DC or just be folded into your Connecticut offices? Will ALI structure remain the same? Can you just give us a few more details on the actual merger itself?
Yeah, so maybe, John, just for a little background, ALI was started about 7 or 8 years ago, and at that time there was a fair amount of negative press about annuities in the media. There was the DOL fiduciary rule was kind of up in the air in Washington, and I think the annuity carriers got together and said we've got to really try to project all the good of the annuity product, because when you start looking at the demographics and of this country, it's a tremendous solution for so many people. And they created the Alliance for Lifetime Income, and I think there are 27 carriers or so at the start, so it was pretty widespread. And after about 7 years, they came to the conclusion that from an efficiency perspective, it would be better if ALI were part of another association, maybe a bigger association. So there were a number of associations that expressed interest. We clearly did as well. We shared that with the ALI team, which is run by Statler Nagel, as well as the ALI board, and we were fortunate to be selected as the merger partner for ALI.
Okay, excellent. Now that we've gotten the news and the details out of the way, I can ask the question that I've been curious about since I heard the news. We know LIMRA Loma, you've always been very well known for excellent research and analysis, but always for member companies from a member perspective. So why the interest in a consumer focused association, and why now? What does this do for LIMRA?
Yeah, it's a great question, John. So, as you said, we pride ourselves on our capabilities, especially in the research and education arenas, with respect to how do we support our member companies. ALI has been doing some of the same work, albeit at a much lighter scale with respect to advisors and consumers. So when I think about how this brings the entire ecosystem together, uh, it feels strategically like a very good fit. So now we're able to uh, work through all parts of the value chain, and on behalf of our member companies, really look to provide much greater research education that will support both advisors and consumers.
Okay, you're speaking to the state of the industry right now. And obviously, over the last 3 or 4 years, I mean, we've seen Secure Act, we've seen annuity sales go through the roof, setting records every quarter. It made me curious. We're seeing annuities and plans and advisors warming up to annuities. Had we not seen this real annuity surge over the last 3 or 4 years, do you think you'd be considering this? I mean, it's really part of the overall trend, is it not?
Part of the trend, but if you step back and think about why things are happening, clearly you've got interest rates, and the rates can go up or down. And certainly with higher interest rates, annuities are able to provide much greater value to consumers. But I think, John, the bigger point for me is that when you look at the demographics, those don't go up and down every day, every month, every year. And we've got 11,000 baby boomers turning 65 every day. And the Alliance for Lifetime Income has done a really nice job branding that as kind of our peak 65. So the next 4 years, we're going to see this massive amount of individuals in our country turning 65. And when you think about what those individuals need, um, toward the top of the list is certainly guaranteed lifetime income and retirement savings. And here we are at LIMRA talking about why this stuff is so valuable. And now we can really help support our member companies by showcasing the value from a research perspective and an education perspective with consumers and advisors. So it feels like we're going to start getting a little bit more involved in um, getting more people to get more educated on the solutions that for them and for their demographic make just a ton of sense.
I've long admired ALI's marketing efforts. I mean, Peak 65 is really a great brand idea. And, I thought sponsoring the Rolling Stones tour was just so clever. What can we expect going forward from ALI? Maybe more of the same, or how will the marketing efforts maybe change, or how will that look going forward?
Yeah, I think the first and foremost is one thing that LIMRA brings to the table is just a pretty comprehensive roster of members, both on the not both, but on the carrier side, the distribution side, the asset management side, the consultancy side. And I think if we can bring our full membership together to support this, I think the impact will be uh, even much greater than what ALI was able to realize in the first 7 years. So I think our scale, our the research that we have in place today, the education that we have in place today, how we're going to be able to leverage that, how across our full membership. I think it's going to be really powerful, John. I think we're going to be able to reach a lot more people as a result.
Yeah, I was thinking how it makes perfect sense, with your insurance barometer study for one. I mean, you've really been doing a lot more consumer data collection, say, and it's just a logical next step. So this will help with that. Certainly, mergers among trades is nothing unusual in this industry now. So, I mean, do you consider this a one-time thing for LIMRA, or is the door open for future mergers and growth here?
So, John, you never say never, and we're not out there looking for mergers. We're out there building on a strategy that our board has endorsed, and we feel really good about where we are today. Our NPS scores are higher than they've ever been. Our capital is better than it's ever been. And as long as we can stay very, very focused on delivering value for our member companies, and with ALI, we get to extend how we do that now through consumers and advisors. But as long as we stay really focused and channeled there, then I think we'll be successful. So, does that mean future mergers? Again, that's not we don't go in focusing on a merger opportunity. We go in focused on executing on our strategy.
All right, excellent. I appreciate the time and the opportunity, Dave.
Yeah, my pleasure, John. Thank you. We look forward to spending a lot more time talking to you about how things are playing out.